Guys, in today's video, I'm going to show you how to buy a new car, or should I say how to buy a used car and not get ripped off. Welcome back, guys. This is Phil, also known as the King of Thrift. I know I've been gone for a hot minute, but I am back. And in today's video, I'm going to show you guys how to get a used car and not get ripped off. So you say, Phil, how can I buy a new used car and not get ripped off? Watch this video to the end. And if you haven't subscribed already, then what are you waiting for, guys? What I teach here is how to get started reselling, how to turn it into a full-time income, how to resell on Mercari, how to resell on eBay, on Facebook, Poshmark, you name it. If you haven't already, sign up to get your discounted or free copy of my upcoming book, How to Crush It, Resell on eBay with no experience. And if you're new, I have something for you guys, and it is free. How to get started reselling shoes, the easiest thing and the most profitable thing to resell. Get started selling shoes. Download your free copy right now, guys, and let me know how it's going for you. I remember many years ago, guys, back before I actually started reselling. Now, a friend of mine, he was getting a new car. He was actually looking for a new car. He ended up with a truck, and it was a Datsun. Now, most of you young bucks out there, you young cats, you've never heard of Datsuns, but you old heads, you know what Datsun is. It was a truck. If you want to call it that, it was a tiny truck, kind of like a Toyota, but it was basically like a Toyota truck, and it was extended cab, and it was doo-doo brown, guys. Yeah, that's right, doo-doo brown. It was the ugliest. It was, we call it the rolling turd. Needless to say, he got this car, and we were both kids. Over the following weeks, man, things were just breaking, things were going out right and left, and then to top it all off, the whole motor burnt up. Ended up having to pull the motor out and rebuild it. It took forever. I mean, that thing was in the driveway. My point is, the reason that happened to him was because he really didn't know what he was doing. He didn't know, he had never purchased a used car before. He was young, he was inexperienced, maybe like some of you guys out there. Number one, test drive, guys. You want to test drive the vehicle. That is your hard-earned money. Take it on a test drive, and as you're driving around, listen to it. Listen to the motor. Feel the gas pedal. When you push that gas pedal, see what happens. Does the car react quickly? Is it sluggish? Do you feel shifting of parts as it takes off or as you slow down? The thing is, as you're driving it, you're going to feel. You can feel in the steering wheel. Do you feel slack? Is it pulling to one direction? All these things, in other words, are going to be things that you cannot possibly glean just from watching someone else drive. So you're going to have to get behind the wheel and figure out whether this thing is mechanically sound or not. Number two, check under the hood for fluid leaks. And what you're looking for is any sort of wet spots, and they will be oily, greasy, or rusty. Now you're looking for all these things from the top and all around the sides. Break out the old cell phone, get your flashlight if you got one, and look down in there, because you need to look in there, into the dark, into the crevices. And like I said, you're looking for oil, you're looking for wet spots, you're looking for rusty spots. Then you want to crawl underneath, you're looking for the same thing. You're looking underneath, you're looking for oil, you're looking for fluids, you're looking for green fluids, you're looking for orange fluids, you're looking for rust, water. Anything that's dripping out of the motor shouldn't be. With the exception of one thing, if the AC has been running, you're going to have water dripping underneath there. But with that one exception, there should be nothing dripping from under the car. On that note, while you're checking for leaks, you want to go ahead and crank the car up. Let it run, and then check for leaks also. So what I'm saying is you want to check for leaks when the car is not running, and you want to check for leaks while the car is running. Because what's going to happen is some things may leak when the car is running, and they will not when the car is not running. Now, while you're out there test driving it and you are listening for these sounds and things, is check and fiddle with every button in the car. I want you to check the overdrive. I want you to check the turbo transmission. Check the eco drive. Check the windshield wipers. You know how the kids are when they get in your car, they want to push every little button in there. That's what you want to do when you're test driving this vehicle. If anything's wrong, then you're going to find it while you're driving. As we're going through these points, as we run down these things, notate each and every thing that's wrong with the vehicle. Now, this is important because when it comes time to pay for the vehicle, this is going to give you what's known as bargaining power. Each one of these problems is basically a bargaining chip, which you can use to get your price down. Hey guys, the next thing, walk around the vehicle, open your eyes wide, and look for dents, look for dings, look for hidden rust or exposed rust. Because again, each and every one of these things, every little ding, every little dent, you can use to your advantage to get you a little price deduction when it comes time to wheel and deal. Many dents and indentations will not reveal themselves in particular lighting conditions. That being said, guys, what you're going to have to do is depending on the particular time of day, the lighting conditions. It could be overcast, it could be direct sunlight. Any one of these things, guys, is going to affect your visibility. Also the color, the shade of the vehicle, whether it's matte, how much shining, gleam it has left on it, all these things are going to come into play. So feel the vehicle. If you look at it closely, get down to the side. I want you to get down the side and sort of track, look down the lines, because you can see, you'll see waves and things like that you can't when you're looking at it directly. So look at the car from different angles, squat down. I want you to really get up close to it and run your hands along it. If you think you see something, or even if you don't, you can run your hands along the whole vehicle. And trust me, your hands are very sensitive and you will feel those little indentations and those very slight dents and dings. Okay guys, the next thing that I want you to use so that you don't get ripped off, guess what it is? It's right here on your face. It's right there. It's that thing. I want you to notate the smells, because what you're smelling for, particularly, you're smelling for a few things, okay? Number one and first and foremost is you're smelling for exhaust. If there's exhaust in the car, what this is gonna do, this will be bad for you, because what'll happen is it'll kill you. Seriously, guys, it's not going to kill you immediately. But if you're driving around and you've got exhaust in your car, and it has been known to happen, especially with used vehicles, then what's going to happen is over time, that's going to build up in your brain and you're going to get all fog-headed. And then one day your head's going to pop. Seriously, but something bad is going to happen. I'm sure that it can't be good for you. And I know that you can die if a particular instance like that is not taken care of and you are exposed for too long of a period of time. The next thing you're checking for, mildew and mold smells. And now if you smell either one of those things, what this is going to indicate is a water leak. Now it could be a water leak from under the hood, which would indicate it's coming from your radiator and it's leaking probably in your heater core. That would mean under your dash. Or it could be a leak that's coming from somewhere else. Could be the windows, could be the rear window is a big culprit, could be the front windshield. It could be any number of things, but if you do smell mold or mildew, the next step that you're going to do is crawl around inside the car, try to locate the mildew with your nose, and you want to look during this time as you're looking and smelling. You're looking for mildew, obviously. You're looking for black, you're looking for green, you're looking for discolored spots, and feel all over the vehicle, feel the carpet, under the seats, and what you're looking for here is wet spots. You find either one of these things and you're gonna be able to track it down, and again, it's a bargaining chip, or it may indicate that you want nothing to do with this vehicle whatsoever. So use this to save this. So on that note of mold and mildew, the other thing as far as exhaust you're also checking for is sour smells. What could it be? Who knows? But if you're smelling something sour, it's not a good sign. While the vehicle is running, run around to the back and look at the tailpipe. If you have a few drips, that's fine, especially if a vehicle hasn't ran for a while. I know that they will drip. I've seen vehicles drip in the wintertime and in certain conditions. I mean, I've even seen brand new vehicles dripping water out of the tailpipe. But like I said, what you're looking for is excessive water. The next thing you're looking for from that tailpipe is white smoke. White smoke is going to indicate that you want to run the other way. And the reason being, more than likely, your piston rings are bad or worn out. You don't want to mess with your pistons on a used car, because to get to those things, it requires a full teardown of the engine of the motor, and that's going to cost you probably more than the car is worth. So if you see white smoke coming out the tailpipe, especially in large quantities, you better run the other way, guys. If it's coming out small, it's very light white, that's okay. Use your best judgment. Be really careful. If the price is really good, then maybe. If you're burning black smoke, I believe, now don't quote me on this, but I believe if it burned black smoke, that means you're burning gas, which does indicate another problem. So either kind of smoke that's coming out the tailpipe, not good. Okay guys, so while you're in the vehicle, I forgot again, I'm going back to these things, but while you're in the vehicle and you're checking it out for smells, what I want you to do is go ahead and check for rips, tears, and stains. Because for each one of these rips, tears, and stains, obviously, like I said earlier, you can get your price deducted. So you want to notate each thing. So when it comes time to do this, to do the deal, pay the money, you can say, hey, well, this is wrong, and this is wrong. What about this, and what about this? And you didn't say nothing about this, and this is wrong. In leather, this can be very costly. If the leather is cracked, it's going to be costly to repair. So you can really get a good deal, on the leather and the dry rotting of the leather. As far as the cloth material, of course, it's going to be a lot cheaper. And a lot of times, let me tell you a secret, guys, you can get your price down for all these stains, but 9 times out of 10, you can get these stains out yourself. Believe me, guys, it's not that difficult. Just a little elbow grease and a little know-how, and you can have it looking like brand new. What I'll do is I'll purchase a vehicle. I'll get my price way down because the interior is so shot. And then I'll take it and clean it up, give it a good overhaul on the inside, and basically the inside will look almost brand new, and it ended up costing me maybe $150 to have it totally detailed on the inside. But that will raise the price by maybe $500. And that's the give and take, and that's the nature of this game. But when you get this vehicle, you need to run a Carfax on it. And a Carfax is basically, will tell you if anything is wrong with the vehicle. It'll tell you how many owners it had, where the car was manufactured, first owner, how many accidents it's been in, if the motor was blown, if it caught on fire, if it's been flooded. You want to stay away from a flooded vehicle. When you run this Carfax, it's going to tell you exactly what you're looking at. So when you go out there and you're looking for that new vehicle for your son, for your daughter, for yourself, I want you to go down this list and check all these things. If you're checking for smells, if you're checking for dents, if you're checking for leaks, if you're doing everything that I've laid out here, guys, you are gonna have a winner. At the end of the day, when you get that car home and you get up in the morning, it's gonna crank, it's gonna get you down the road. More than likely, if there is something that does go wrong down the line, it's gonna be something small, because we've covered most of the major things that can go wrong here on this list today. If you've never resold before in your life, you're in the right spot, guys. Go ahead and subscribe, watch all my videos. What I do is I teach you how to make money, how to buy things at garage sales and thrift shops and sell them on eBay, Mercari, Poshmark, Facebook, OfferUp. It doesn't matter, guys. There are plenty of avenues to sell things now, plenty of ways to flip items and make that money. And if you haven't got started already, then what are you waiting for? I made my first sale on eBay 18 years ago. Now I've turned my hobby into a full-time income. And if you're looking to do the same, if you're tired of your old job, or maybe if you're out of work right now and you're looking for something to put money in your pocket as soon as tomorrow, follow, like, and subscribe. Check me out over on Instagram at The King of Thrift. And until next time, peace.